Playing in that game, I was playing against Ronaldstown. I ended up marking one of the county players at the time. I had a good game, so that was probably one of my proudest moments. Proudest team performance was whenever the Ulster Championship. We lost the manager, Francie Doon, the week before, and it was a real tough time. And the community really put behind us, and there was even talk, should we play this game because it's so close to his death, and he meant so much to us. But we all pulled together, and we all went out, and we all stuck together as brothers, and we put in a performance of our life, and we got through to the semi-final. So that's probably the proudest team performance.
Well, the big one was in 1953. We won the Antrim Intermediate League. That was the first thing really that the club had won. And well, they were only 10-year-old at that time, so it wasn't too bad. We were playing senior football then, and that's whenever we moved up. 1954 was whenever we moved up to Chapel Hill here, and there were 2 fields out there, and the head was taken out, and 1 field was made, and we played up there until it was 1984.
Yeah, great memories being part of the club. I personally myself have sang for the club in Score, so we're very lucky we got through to 2 All-Ireland finals. Didn't quite make the All-Ireland title, but we've several Ulster titles under our belts. So.
Well, I suppose the best memory I would have would be winning the championship intermediate. First time we won it in a long time, and then winning it with Francie as well. It's one we will all look back on with fond memories, I'm sure.
The family's a big part of the club. There's lots of different families that, the old Glenavian names that have been here for 75 years. For me, my granda and my granda's brother was one of the club's top players back in the 50s, and my granda played, my dad played a little bit, and now I play with all my brothers, and my sisters both have played as well. So for us, it's just been, everyone does it, everyone one after the other follows each other onto the underage teams, then onto the senior team. But across the club, you see different sets of brothers across different teams across the underage, and that sort of bonds people together and brings everyone together even more, get to know each other as a community, as a club.
It's definitely, I suppose more so now that I have kids, you see how family oriented the club is, and you want to encourage your kids to come through it, and what you garner out of it as well. You want your kids to get out of it, the friendships and the physical activity and the competitiveness as well, but also the camaraderie and the mates you make as you go through it.
Well, you always had that dream that you were going to be this top player. So whenever you get your mates, they're all into it. Like it's something that's always passed down to you as well. It's in our family, like my uncles and stuff have won All-Ireland club medals and things like that. So you were always pushed it, and you always wanted to emulate them. And whenever you have your mates there, you always wanted to be part of the gang. You always wanted to go out and you wanted to play football, you wanted to play Gaelic. It was just a pure obsession at the time. It was always what we wanted to do, so it was.
I love the club atmosphere up here. It's very much a family thing. It's very much a parish thing. I love being part of the whole thing. I love seeing the girls out playing camogie. I like to see them playing football, but I like seeing that wee bit of camogie. That's our wee bit. We've been responsible for that wee bit. That wee bit of skill, or that. Look at how well they've come on. It's always good seeing that skill developing.
The underage changed beyond recognition. From when I started, there was James Heatley. As I said, James Heatley and Gary O'Neill took the whole underage by themselves. Used to have to drive around and pick up people from all over the place to go to matches on a Tuesday night. But now it's really well structured. There's 2 or 3 mentors per team. There's plenty of parents who come up and bring kids to matches. So there's definitely far better training, far better level of participation for the underage. And then the senior team, when I started we were in Division 3, and now we're Division 1 for now. So there has been progress, but there's still a long way to go as well.
Oh, well, it has been my life for 50 years now, 60 years, 70 years. I don't do much now for it, but I'm still a Navy man at heart.
I hope to see the club in 75 years' time still thriving as we are now. There's a big push on at the moment now with development of facilities. We want our second pitch, we want floodlights. We've talked about maybe getting a stand in place, a gym, new clubhouse. I hope that all that's in place in the near future, so that will cater for the next generations coming in after us, the ones that hopefully I'll be about coaching and looking after and helping out in the committee and organising. But I hope the club just keeps going from strength to strength, and we're still here in 75 years as strong as we are now.
I certainly hope that we'll be able to sort of stake our claim a wee bit more within the Division 1 of the Antrim League. I would like to see us win a senior championship. And also for the club just as a whole, obviously there's great working on now, the club is really developing and evolving, but I would like to see it just becoming the hub, you know, of the Glenaby community really. So just keep going in the direction it's going.
I hope the ladies Gaelic is still going. I'm 100% sure that it will be. I'd like to think with the numbers coming through now that we'll have a team at every age group, and that our senior team will have a real good panel and we'll not have to rely on younger members to help boost the senior team whenever they're playing at another level at the same time. And a bit more success. I think success will always breed success. So the senior teams start doing well or keep doing well, and the underage teams will want to replicate that.
I've been in the county and been around clubs. This club to me is the best run club in the county. I think it's because it's a country club and everybody wants to get involved. And while you do have disagreements, but they're not major disagreements. Everybody is here for the club. And the big thing about our club at the minute, we have a growing population in Glenaby, and all the ones that are coming here, we make them welcome. And they talked about Blow End. We don't talk about Blow End. We talk about people coming and settling in this parish here and becoming part of the club. We couldn't survive without new people coming and coaching up there on a Monday night and developing our children.
You know, Ireland is special and is way outshines its size on the world stage because of orange and green. It's not because it's only green, or it's not because it's only orange, and it's bringing that and expanding that and letting that grow and see what happens. You know, that's what I'd love to see for us in the next, you know, maybe not 75 years, but next 5-10 years, you know.
And just continue to see the club grow with the different teams, particularly with the girls and with the ladies football and camogie. It's quite a bit behind the guys, but I would love to see them being able to field at every level and achieve. But they have the potential, and I have no doubt at some stage they will do that.
Oh, well, I would just say just slow progress like we have been doing, you know, with the new pitch coming on board early next year. It can only be good for the underage that there is less demand on their top pitch, and, you know, for the development of the younger children, especially from under 6 and 8s and right through to the juveniles, you know, it can only be good news. Like,
right. I feel very proud. It does my heart good here whenever I come up, particularly on a Monday night here. There's maybe 150, 160 children here, under 12-year-old, and when I see that, we must have done something right. That legacy is there for them, so that's where I feel proud that is what not me, but you know, I'm talking about my generation, that we have left that for. So I'm hoping that the present generation will move it a step further, and that's the only thing you can hope for.
Just dropped in to see you all. I'll only stay a while. I want to hear how you're getting on. I I'm happy to be back again and greet you, big and small. For there's no place else on earth just like see your smiling children standing by the door. The kettle boiling on the hearth as I walk up the floor. And then to see you welcome free for travel.